Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're digging into the Partnership for Economic Growth and Job Creation Forum. It was hosted at GWU back in October.
That's right. And our goal here is really to unpack what happened, specifically how private money, changes in governance, and interestingly, AI technology might all be coming together for the DRC.
The Democratic Republic of Congo. And the potential there is just staggering, isn't it? You look at the resources, over 70% of global cobalt, huge copper reserves too.
And that hydropower capacity.
Yeah.
Potentially over 100 gigawatts.
But then you juxtapose that with the people. Median age is just 17.
Yeah.
That's incredibly young. So it's this huge opportunity, but also a massive challenge, right? You need jobs, now.
Exactly. Which makes these policy shifts they discuss absolutely critical. It's almost existential, as you said.
So what was the core message from the DRC delegation? I heard they had quite a presence, 9 ministries represented.
They did, yeah. It was a strong signal of unity, basically saying, okay, we're serious now. We're open for business. Trying to move past that old reputation of regulatory confusion.
Right, the ambiguity. So they want to create an investor-ready environment. But beyond the slogan, what does that actually mean? What are the tangible changes for, say, foreign direct investment?
Well, they talked specifics, things like simplifying regulations, speeding up the permitting process, which has always been a headache there.
Definitely.
And setting up these centralized hubs for investors.
Yeah.
So instead of running around to different ministries for months, maybe even a year.
Yeah, the classic bureaucratic runaround.
Exactly. The idea is these hubs act like a one-stop shop, cut down those administrative timelines drastically, maybe to just weeks. That kind of operational speed, that's the real shift they're aiming for.
Okay, so that's the governance piece. Then comes the tech angle, particularly AI. Dr. Alex Essome from CAISD was apparently a key voice.
He was. CAISD is the Center for Artificial Intelligence and Sustainable Development. And his point was quite powerful. AI isn't some, fancy add-on for the DRC.
But not a luxury.
No, he framed it more like a fundamental tool. The plowshare for inclusive growth, I think was the phrase, turning data into actual sustainable jobs.
Okay, plowshare for growth. I like that. What kind of applications are we talking about?
Really specific stuff, like using blockchain tech to trace mineral supply chains, making sure they're ethical, which is huge for buyers.
Absolutely. Compliance is key.
And using AI analytics to predict and hopefully solve logistic problems, especially in tough areas like Katanga province, getting things in and out smoothly.
And the power source for all this. You mentioned the hydropower potential earlier.
Right, the Inga Dam, that potential 100 gigawatts plus.
Yeah.
The idea is to use that clean, reliable energy to power AI data centers.
Which would be a game changer. Reliable power is often the Achilles heel for tech hubs in emerging markets.
Precisely. And CID ran simulations suggesting that combining this AI infrastructure with solar power deployment and innovation centers, well, they project it could create something like 100,000 jobs by 2030.
100,000 jobs. That sounds impressive, but let's connect it back to the ground.
Yeah.
You've got youth unemployment potentially hitting 60% for 15 to 24-year-olds.
That's a huge number.
And the informal economy is massive, over 80% of jobs.
Yeah.
So how do high-tech AI solutions realistically bridge that gap, especially when basic things like internet connectivity can still be a struggle?
That's the core tension, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the solutions discussed seem aware of that. They're not just dropping AI from above. It's about integration.
How so?
Things like using fintech financial technology to bring parts of that informal sector into the formal system.
Right.
Making payments traceable, maybe opening up access to credit.
Okay, so making the informal slightly more formal step by step.
Yeah, and really targeted skills training. Using AI platforms, maybe generative AI, for vocational skills. Specifically things like coding or even drone operation tech.
Interesting. Drones make sense for logistics and agriculture there.
And also AI in healthcare telemedicine to reach rural areas where doctors are scarce, addressing those basic needs too.
And there's a catch with the funding for all this, isn't there? From development finance groups.
There is. Concessional financing loans with better than market rates from bodies like the U.S. Development Finance Corporation. It often comes with strings attached.
What kind of strings?
Hard mandates, actually. Clauses requiring localized labor, making sure the investment builds up Congolese capacity, hires local people, and doesn't just rely on foreign experts or extract resources. Build skills in the country.
So it's investment, but with guardrails for local benefit. Okay, so pulling it all together, the forum wasn't just talk. The DRC is open for business. Message led to something concrete.
It did. It wrapped up with a significant MOU signing. That's a memorandum of understanding. It was between the DRC government, actors in D.C., and the U.S.-UK Africa Business Council.
And what did the MOU cover?
Practical things. Easier visa processes to facilitate business travel, and commitments for co-funded innovation labs to actually build some of this tech capacity on the ground.
Right, so tangible next steps.
Definitely. But here's maybe the bigger picture takeaway, the final thought for you, the listener. The organizers were pretty explicit that this DRC model, the governance reform plus the AI-driven infrastructure, isn't just for the DRC.
So it's seen as a template.
Exactly. A potential blueprint for other African nations. They mentioned parallel events being planned for Zambia, Botswana, South Africa, applying the same framework. So the question really becomes, are we seeing the start of something bigger? Could this be the beginning of a truly interconnected, perhaps even AI-powered, Pan-African economic bloc emerging? What does that future look like?